Peace, my family, and borrow back to all. Those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time, welcome. This your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send you all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right in that good mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up. That's right. In your higher nature, family, and most definitely cleansing. Because if you don't know, now you know. Oh yeah, on this good journey, you must cleanse the lower frequency energies to get to your higher self and your higher nature. Right. So, I came out here today to express how y'all feeling on this good journey. I just want to tell y'all something. If you have any questions, something you're going through, you want me to do a topic on, don't be shy. You can always send me a comment in the comment section. I'll be happy to do a video for you on it. If you just have any questions about it, right? So, that's that. Now, how y'all feeling on this good journey? Again, my family, when you're going on this good journey, it's going to be a lot of raw emotions that you're going to face because, again, you're facing yourself and you're getting back toward the real you know, on the inside. It's just going to be a lot of honesty when it comes to that. It's going to be a lot of, you know, facing yourself, you know, and it's not about, you know, being an onion, right? But again, you're going to have different layers that you're going to face, you know, within yourself to get down to, you know, the treasure, right? So, you must understand that fleshly part of you avoids discipline, and it's about self-discipline and control. It's about purifying yourself and creating a life that is pleasing to the Most High. And that is how you create your reality, and that is how you get back to the heavens and beyond the stars, right? That's the goal. So again, once you begin to see that it's a lot of things that you must do to make sure that you are getting in proper alignment, and the transformation is real, the metamorphosis is real, and it's really going to require different parts of you to come to the surface. The stripping away process is real, family, and it's about no longer lying to yourself about things that you truly feel on the inside, because that emotional part of you is a part of your soul. That's your soul, right? That's your soul, the emotional part of you. So it's about being mindful of your feelings, right? Acknowledging what they are, and it's about, of course, learning how to control your emotions, right? But don't let it run you. But this is about, you know, sometimes that inner radar that's going off on the side of you, letting you know, why am I feeling this way? What's going on here? Honestly, right? And it could be in your doing, your part, or someone else, or something you are experiencing, maybe something in the past that's triggering, you know what I mean? It could be many different things depending on what you're facing right now, and certain things that you may have thought you put under the rug. But let me just tell y'all now, anything that you put under that rug is always going to be there until you clean it out, until you begin to make peace with it. And people can sit here and say they don't want to discuss certain things, you know, in their past, and that's okay sometimes. But on this good journey with them, you're going to have to actually figure out a way to bring it on out. Because again, family, it is energy. And energy that is stored in your body doesn't go anywhere until you begin to face what's really going on. Stop hiding from it. Stand on what you did. Stand on your actions and your experiences and what has happened to you. And be all that you can be, because knowing that is truly not you, right? Yes, you did the action, but sometimes, again, my family, when it goes down to the deeper essence of who you are, family, you have to learn how to forgive yourself, forgive others, forgive for the experiences and things like that, and realize this is truly not you because who you are is truly on the inside. And once you begin to see that all of these things that you're experiencing in this life is really, you know, creating a web of things for you to get trapped into, right? You know, messing with you, right? With those, you know, your thoughts, words, you know, and your actions, right? and also, trying to pull you, lure you, and, your pleasures and the desires, that blinds you, right? And pull you into different levels of experiences that you normally wouldn't have thoughts of, right? And then got you out here, right? And it's not funny, right? But what I mean is, and I'm not laughing, what I'm saying is, the web is real, okay? And the web is full of different things that this world sets up, right? For you to fall into these type of traps. And again, look around you, from the food to the television, which tells lies to your vision, right? The TV, the media, everything that you tune into that keeps your mind in a agitated, irritated, low vibrational state. That's what I mean by the web of low vibrational things, right? That keeps you on those evil waves, right? And low vibes. And remember, my family, it can be music, it's just frequencies and what you tune into. It could be people, right? Places you go, things you do, right? That keeps you on that low vibrational state. That is the web, my family. Once you begin to see the web for what it really is and how it begins to try to trap you there, you start to slowly pull away from it and eventually out the web, right? And what I mean by out the web, I mean by, seeing the web for what it is and living your life out the web, right? And it's nothing wrong with you actually seeing what it is, and you have to actually, live around it, right? But it's like learning how to maneuver around it, right? Where you know what things are, you know what it is, and you just keep it moving, focusing on the things that is keeping you in that high vibrational state, moving toward a high vibrational state, and doing the total opposite. Focus on the things that actually matter, that the Most High wants you to focus on, which is, the reason why you're here, your purpose, and getting back to the spiritual essence of who you are. That right there is a lot of inner working within yourself. And once you begin to focus on that, family, you're not really going to have time to focus on that other things. Yeah, you might have those little tugs and pulls, because yes, we are living in this world. But remember, my family, it's about knowing what things are and slowly but surely breaking the spell and breaking away from it, right? Leaving the world behind, right? Because really that's what it is. So, yeah, it's a lot of things that you go through, right? And it's about, again, like I said before, it's about resisting temptation. It's about having self-control and discipline and having a plan, right? And again, when you start focusing on what the Most High wants you to do, and as you continue on, your first priority and mindset always should be on the Most High, right? And once you begin to keep that at your forefront all the time, daily, and focus, right, you will slowly begin to break away from things that you don't want to do. But it's very important too that you fed right. You got to feed your soul. And once you begin to feed your soul, with the right knowledge that you need, that the Most High wanted you to have to, learn how to maneuver this realm, right? That's what the right knowledge is. The right knowledge is the green print, right? That you need to maneuver the realms, right? And understand what this world and this realm is all about. And then you'll learn to know how to move. Because how you going to learn how to move and set goals if you don't even know, what, these planes are and what you must do to conquer the 3D, or what people call the 3D, right? So it is what it is, right? And once you begin to get that guidance, right, that the Most High has wanted you to have through our Master Teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York L., you begin to see things a lot clearer, and you begin to get your butt back in alignment, because that's where it's at. That's where you need to be. And you think that, living this world and life of, success in the physical world is all that it is to be. And it's truly not. Success, real success, is when you are, in alignment with the Most High. That's true success. And the Most High warns you, omnipotent Jesus, right? Yahshua Temu's Horus, the appointed one, right? Warned us about the world. And we have to be mindful, take heed to the message, and how we're supposed to stay clear away from it. Yeah. You're going to be in it, but you're not of the world, right? So you have to really learn how to maneuver in it, right? And once you begin to see that all it is you creating healthier ways of existing, right? Moving away from the things that the world promotes, things that is detrimental to your spiritual health, your well-being, and being wise about your moves and how you maneuver, right? And slowly but surely breaking away from those things. And it's going to take time. It's not something that happens overnight. This is a lifetime journey. And everybody takes their own time with how they face themselves and how they get through their goals. So I can't say it can be this and it can be that. It can be numerous ways of people how they do things, because everybody is different when it comes to certain things and what they're doing and how they live in their life, right? So we got to see things for what they are, right? You can no longer lie, right, to yourself, or, a lot of things that you see around you, because that's only going to keep you in a certain state, keep you where you at, right? And once you begin to see things for what they are, right, you really can't unsee it, because you already see it now. And once you begin to see it, that's beautiful, because that's that way to let you know you're moving to the next level, because now you see it. Now it's time for you to put forth action toward what you see, right? As far as, I'm not doing this no more, right? You already know what's up. And as you begin to, that's a goal, right? When you begin to see it, that's a goal. Being honest, that's a goal that you have to set. And eventually create your lifetime for it. And once you begin to do that, right, everything will begin to come together for you. When you begin to live your life in the ways of the Most High. And it's about looking at the laws of Maya and looking how you moving, because at the end of this judgment day, everybody's heart will be weighed on that scale, and how did you do, right? So this is all a test. These are many tests in your life that you face, and choices that you have to choose for yourself to see, where you're at with things and how you want to maneuver. And once you begin to see that, it's all about making sure you got the wisdom that the Most High wanted you to have, that right knowledge, the right wisdom, the right understanding that leads to sound right reasoning, right? You gotta have it, because if not, it's gonna be hard for you in this realm without it. And that's why, things were hidden, right? Because some people didn't want you to get to this point where you get to a point where you align back, right? And it's sad to say, but that's the truth. It is what it is. And so at the end of the day, you got to remember, family, the Most High always sends help, right? And when you truly have it, when He's breaking down all of the religions for you to break down, let you know where you're at, and if you are in them, where they come from, and what it really is all about, right? With facts and science, only facts and science, right? That helps you to understand this spiritual science that we're all living in. It's a spiritual science, the science of the Neteru, right? Once you begin to see, the design of how the Most High has created all of this, it's the spiritual science, right? Look around you. Nature is a spiritual science. And you are too, right? You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm not even going there right now. Okay. But what I'm saying is, for you, is that it's very important that you feed your soul, because that's what your soul is going to need, because that's what's going to give you that strength to break away from certain things. As you begin to know all of these things, right, eventually, your body is going to want to put forth that action toward, hey, I'm not doing this one. I know this, or I know too much about this. Looky here, I'm not doing this no more. And when you start to slowly break away, right, that's when the journey really starts to begin for you, when you put forth that action. Because again, you're going to have people that's going to be in your ear, you know, what you got going on, looking at you crazy, what's going on, because you're breaking away, right? And you begin to see where people are at in their journey and their level of growth, even if they may not even know nothing that you won't know what you're talking about, right? And then that's when you begin to see how, you know, you have people that are, you know, still asleep, right? And you are slowly now beginning to awaken. So you begin to, you know, see things for what they are and learning how to maneuver. And sometimes when you outgrow, it's like that's your time to tell you next level is time for you to break free, because if it's starting to get you where it's taking you off the path or keeping you, you know, in that same state, and you already know that you're ready to, you know, get to that next level, ready to break away and stop doing certain things, then that's for you to take that journey alone, right? Because eventually that's what it's going to take, because the Most High has plans for you, right? And you must follow the Most High's plans, because this is the best thing for your life. You begin to actually fully awaken and put forth that action toward what He's telling you, right?